Well, hello. In case you've been watching my channel, you know my name is Jim, and I do music and I do art, and I also lately been showing you some of my collections, and this is the third video about that. And that's Buddy Rich in the background, because my music is even collectible. Let me turn him down a little bit here. Pretty much. And that's my frog in the background too, you hear. Anyway, I told you about my t-shirt collection, and I told you that I had some really cool t-shirts, so we're going to do a couple of those today. And you'll have to bear with me because, you know, I got to position the camera and all that kind of stuff. But this one here is one of my favorites of all time. There it is right there. It's a Jimi Hendrix. And as you can see, it's like really a cool Jimi Hendrix. There we go. So that's very, very rare. In fact, one time I was wearing this, and the lady goes, I gotta buy that t-shirt. I says, no, you don't have to buy that t-shirt, because, you know, I can't find that t-shirt again. And this is even rarer than the Hendrix, if you can believe that. This is the Doors before they became real popular. And basically what happened is they were just walking through Golden Gate Park, and some photographers snapped their picture when they were walking down a path and made a t-shirt of it. And I got one of those t-shirts from that time. This is you know, right around the time of Light My Fire, when it just came out and they were visiting San Francisco and stuff. So that's really, really a cool t-shirt. Here's one I just found recently. I really like it a lot. It's Harley Davidson Cycle Shop in Maine. So you got the Harley Davidson, right? There you go. You got the Harley Davidson, you know, which you can't go wrong with, of course. You got the cycle, you got the motorcycle there, but then you got a lobster on the motorcycle. So that's really, really a cool shirt too. It's Central Maine Harley Davidson, and says the way life should be, and it's got a lobster, you know, riding a motorcycle. This one's really rare. This one is just so rare. It's a Freddy, Nightmare on Elm Street, and it's the Nightmare on Elm Street. Let's see if I can focus it here for you. There you go. And it's the Nightmare on Elm Street, you know, when he had the needles in his razors, and he remember, and he told that junkie girl, he goes, let's get high, and then the bottom of the shirt, it says let's get high. But I mean, look how rare it is. I mean, it's Freddy Krueger, and it's the Nightmare on Elm Street, and it's from that one part, that one number 3 part of the movie and stuff. So that's really a cool t-shirt. And the real cool thing about these t-shirts, you know, are all of them are like XX or XXX. I mean, how the heck I found them like that, I don't know. But I mean, you know, because I'm a big man, I'm 6'2", I weigh 265 pounds. So you know, it's nice to find t-shirts that actually fit me. This is really a good one. I love this one. I laughed my ass off when I got this one. It's called Ghetto Classics, right? And it shows all the different things from see, Ghetto Classics, and it's got like a mayonnaise sandwich and a syrup sandwich, and then it's got there's got a food stamp, an old food stamp, and it's got like a you know, an 8-track player and stuff like that, and it's really cool, you know. Oh, and Kool-Aid, you know, watered down unsweetened Kool-Aid. Anyway, it's called Ghetto Classics, and that's really a cool one I got. Anyway, that's just a few more of the shirts I have. I have, like I told you, I have like 100 shirts, and that's a few more of them. I'm going to show you a few of my skulls now. I got a really, really vast skull collection. My granddaughter told me one time she counted 157, and this is one right here. I did the decorating myself. It's ancient runes and language from the Sumerian times, and see, it's empty. Got nothing in his head, so you can put things in it and stuff like that. When I go play music on the streets, I use it for them people to put some money in and stuff. So that's one of the skulls. I'm not going to show you a lot of skulls today, because the whole thing would be nothing but skulls. This is one my kids gave me one time, And this one's really cool. Check this out. Here we go. Let me turn it on. Ready? Anyway, that's so cool, and that's one of the skulls my kids gave me, and it's gotta play the whole entire thing, and so that's two of my skulls, and I think I showed you some of my figurines last time. Well, here's some more figurines. This is a really cool one. This is a Rob Zombie. And it's actually he's actually got his throne. He's got his zombie throne to sit on. See, so there's Rob Zombie on his zombie throne, and this comes complete with the extension of the razor arms and all that kind of stuff. And also around here somewhere, I don't know where it is right now, but there's an Ozzy Osbourne that's the same way. It's got all the accessories, and then it's got, like, you can put on the swords and all that kind of stuff. So that's the Rob Zombie on his zombie throne. And then the Ozzy Osbourne, same way. And I remember last time I showed you some of my trading cards, and one of my trading card sets were the WCW wrestling. Well, this little guy here, if you can see him, let me hold him up to the camera there, get him down there a little bit. There he is. That's a real small Randy Macho Man Savage. I mean, look how small that is. They made a whole entire line of these. You know, they made like Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair and everything, you know. But the one I got was this little guy here, the Randy Macho Man Savage. And then on the other end of the spectrum, you know, here's a like a real good Lex Luger when he was the golden boy, you know, of the WCW. And I'm going to put him in front of the camera so you can see the detail on his face. You know, it's unbelievable. I mean, he looks exactly like Lex Luger, you know. There it is right there. Look at that. I mean, he looks exactly like Lex Luger. You know, and sometimes when they do these things, they do like a reasonable facsimile. But look at that face. I mean, if anybody's a wrestling fan, that looks exactly like Lex Luger. So that's pretty cool. I picked that up in a thrift store. So I'm going to show you some more of my cards again. This is a card. It's called Hollywood Characters. Basically, it's like when you watch, if for any movie buffs, when you watch the movies from the 30s and 40s and the 50s, there's all these characters in the background. They're not the stars, but they're, you know, they're part of the plot and stuff like that. And this is a box of trading cards of all those different characters and stuff. It's called Hollywood Characters. I also got one, it's Ed Wood Characters. It's all the characters that were in Ed Wood movies. This is really cool one. I like this one. This is a trading cards collection of all the rock stars who got into drugs and became addicts and stuff like that. And there's Jerry Garcia. And then on the back it tells a little bit about, you know, what his drug of choice was and what he got into and all that kind of stuff, and whether he, you know, finally got away from it, stuff like that. And then here's Paul McCartney, Allen Ginsberg, Charlie Parker, David Crosby, Andrew Wood. There's Bela Lugosi. Obviously, it's not just rock stars; it's like all the famous celebrities. And then the Gothics, whole group called the Gothics that got into different drugs and stuff like that. And somewhere around here I got like a Syd Barrett too, you know, the founding member of the Pink Floyd and stuff. And then I remember last time I mentioned these cards to you guys, and I didn't tell you that the, remember I told you these cards about the Looney Tunes with the sports figures? Well, the sports figures are Wayne Gretzky, Michael Jordan, Joe Montana, and Reggie Jackson. So that's pretty cool in itself, you know, to just have those people on a card and stuff like that. I think I'm getting towards the end of this one. Here's a Crow promo card, only one ever printed. It's the only Crow promo card that was ever printed. God, it's kind of hard to focus it, isn't it? There it is, right there. See, there it is, the Crow. and it's a promo card, so it's not like from the regular deck. It's like printed before the deck came out. And real quick, I was going to show you some more stuff, but it looks like we're running out of time here because of the thing. But so I'll just give you a real quick. Here's the Last Action Hero with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Here's some Fangorias, you know, the famous horror magazine. Real quick, I'll show you some of these. A bunch of DCs. The DCs are really cool. I mean, they're like mint condition, brand new, and anybody in the DC universe is in these cards here. And what's this one? Oh, more Last Action Heroes. Anyway, so that's a little bit more about my collection, and like I said, it's just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, there's some stuff I wanted to show you that I didn't get to, but you know, we'll get to that on another video sometime. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you keep watching my channel, and take care of yourself. Bye bye.